his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. What am I supposed to say to that? To think that you could even... Fuck! Yeah, okay, I've forgotten it again. Look, it's not even, it's not even the fact that I can't remember the lines. I'm struggling to get any of the stresses right, and I feel terrible. Because you're coming here every day, and you're doing great, and we've been doing this for hours, and it's my fault. Okay, just give me 1 minute. Are you serious? Can you turn off the camera, please? I can see the light. Turn off the camera, please, and leave my house. Now!
Can you begin by telling us your name?
Hermes.
What about your surname?
Don't have one.
Why is that?
No. It's an artistic choice, I'd say.
What do you do?
Well, I act. You know, I'd like to say I'm an actor.
Would you say you're acting right now?
Like right now. By the question.
How long have you been acting?
Quite a long time. No, I started from a very young age. My dad got me onto it, and ever since then, like the rest kind of came as, you know, a natural evolution. Very fine crafted stuff, intricate.
How long has it been since you started method acting?
Yeah, I can't exactly remember.
Do you like method acting?
Sorry, I don't understand it. In what sense?
In the creative sense, is it fulfilling?
It's a blurred line. The goal of the experience is a level of dedication that removes the wall of acting and transforms it into being. Would I find this fulfilling? Well, it's hard to say what I would feel, but I know I fulfill the duty of my characters.
Why do you opt for the methods rather than other types of acting? Do you think there's enough time for yourself?
So this is where I come to meditate, sort of. I come to think about the character that I'm going to be next. We, them and I, the character and I, we have these running dialogues, conversations. It's just the way I do things. It's great because it's really quiet here, but sometimes it can get a bit too much. I lose myself. Sometimes I disappear.
What do you do then?
Nothing, really. Just kind of keep doing what I'm doing. That's the art. That's the dedication of it.
Do you feel time passing?
Do I feel time flowing? No. Not really. You ask the fish where the ocean is, and it wouldn't know.
What about your own person? How does the character affect you?
I don't know. I mean, I'd like to think that I learned from them, but then again, once I'm done with the character, it's quite hard to think about myself. I feel somewhat destabilized. For a period of time, I live in this constant trance-like state. It's like time exists again, but there's this giant gap in your life that you can't quite close. There's something missing in my acting at the moment. Something I'm trying to fix. It's something you can put very simply. It's why things are the way that they are. It's like living in a creative box. I'll go change.
Since our conversation last week, a lot has happened. I've had.
Sorry, it's been a week. Well, then how many days?
On the subject of time, precisely, how do you see the future? Where do you see yourself?
I don't really see myself anywhere. I mean, what kind of question is that? Can the present exist without the past? Can a moment exist without an earlier one happening? does time exist where nothing is changing? You know the present doesn't exist, right? I mean, light takes time to hit our eyes. The speed of light, it's not infinite, you know? So when you look at the stars, what you're actually seeing is from millennia, no, millions of years ago. Our brain takes time to process such things. We live off borrowed time, is what I'm saying.
Is my hair good? Okay. I mean, to think that he was struggling all this time is yeah, it's heartbreaking, really. And I mean, I don't really know what to say. I felt like we got close to each other after all these months, you know, every week an interview, sometimes a few times a week, and then, you know, hanging out as well. Yeah, and to know that he's gone now, it's hard to believe, really. I think the world sort of lost a great potential. This room was where he would sort of learn about his character, sort of have the process going. He told me about like a sort of dialogue that he would have, but you know, I mean, I never sort of recorded any of those moments because you know it's something personal and I didn't want to ask him. Nothing would change to him in this room. I mean, when time doesn't exist for you, nothing changes, I guess. I was supposed to interview him yesterday, and now I can't. To an artist, I think that's the way that you would want to leave this world, is by dedicating so much of yourself that you lose yourself, you become the character.
I don't think it's believable at all.
What do you mean?
Well, it's hardly even acting. It's more you're just reciting the lines.
Okay, so how do I change it?
Well, in that shot, you look a little bit too tense, and there's something missing from your facial expression. If you want, you could like droop your lower lip a bit. And something I learned, when you're trying to pull off the 1,000-yard stare, when you're trying to pull off the 1,000-yard stare, just imagine that you're looking into the core of the earth. You know?
Can you show it to me?
I'll give you an example. You can come back now. What am I supposed to say to that? Am I supposed to agree with you? I mean, you're quoting Macbeth to me.
Yeah, I am. Life's but a walking
Life's but a walking shadow. The poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard no more. It's a bunch of nonsense that Shakespeare put up together. The only thing that proves it wrong is time, and well, I guess it did, because here we are today talking about Shakespeare.
Line?
But
He's dead anyway.
I know. But all that matters to me is that I'm playing on my stage, and that when I die, my work stays with time. The longer it stays, the longer I'll live, so I guess I'm gonna be here for a while. The poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard more.